I'm Ted at Windy Hill Farm and Handy Horseman YouTube channel. Today we're going to make a demonstration here of something that we're awful excited about and we're learning about. We're exploring how to ride a horse in traditional Spanish fashion in a Hackamore Basel type arrangement. It seems like the horses do very well at it, and we've written a lot of books about it and different things, and we're kind of excited about the positive results we're getting from it, so we wanted to share that with you all today. I'll introduce to you John Erb. He's a young man that works here at Windy Hill Farm as one of our horsemen, and he's very passionate about this, and his responsibility here is to finish our horses and do the high-level schooling for our horses here at Windy Hill Farm. So with that, what I want to do is just turn it over to him and let John here tell you the story about this horse. It's pretty good.
Okay, hello, I'm John. I guess what kind of started is I kind of had this horse in a snaffle bit, and at first she was very pushy on the bit and didn't want to be nice and soft with the bit, and so I kind of worked with her for about a month and a half or 2 months, and so now the other day I was riding her and she was getting better and better, but she was still just kind of pushing against the bit, and she just didn't want to get real soft to me and focused on me. So I decided I'm going to try to put her in a Hackamore once, and so I did that, and I could tell an instant difference on how she responded to my signals and even my leg cues and stuff. And so now I've been this is only the second time I've got her in a Hackamore, and I feel like she's responding very nice to me with the Hackamore. So I'll ride around a little bit and kind of demonstrate on how she's working and everything. So a Hackamore is not a little different than a snaffle bit is. A Hackamore is more of a signal device than a snaffle bit is, and it takes a very more experienced hand on a Hackamore. So you can still probably see a little bit of tail swishing and a little bit of nose pushing and that kind of stuff, but as far as how she rides now compared to what she did in the snaffle bit, I feel like she's doing a lot better. So I'll pick up a trot here, and so yeah, you can kind of see she still wants to push up into the Hackamore a little bit, but considering that it's only the second time in a Hackamore like this, I feel like we've made a great improvement on the way she's carrying herself. So I'll pick up a canter here, and same thing with the canter. She's probably looked a little bit doing a little bit of tail swishing and stuff, but I still think like she's doing a lot better than what she was with the snaffle bit. And again, this is not a pulling device. A Hackamore is designed for signal in the hands, with the hands, and it's designed to ride more with the seat and legs, not so much with hands. So as you can see, my hands don't move a lot. It's basically most of the signal I've got is in my fingers and not in my arms. So there was a stop and a backup, and with the snaffle bit, what she'd do is I'd ask her to stop, and she'd kind of push her nose into the bit, and then I'd hold it, and then she'd back off, and I'd kind of have to go through a course of her pushing against the bit every time I stopped. And as soon as the first time I stopped her, did a stop and a back up with her in the Hackamore, that all went away. So that's about all I've got to say. If you can see here, as I pick up this rein, I just use my fingers. There, she's thinking about a bag up. There we go. A little bit of a nose. There we go. Nose to the left. Now we'll take nose to the right. So she's really thinking about giving to that signal with the Hackamore and the rein. She's not being pushy about it. Whereas with the snaffle bit, it wasn't so much that way. She was more pushy about it and didn't want to give very nice to it. So.
Well, and what I want to add to this, a lot of times these horses, like this is a prime example of this horse, they've been abused in their mouth by people that have had bits that were too rigid and too far advanced, that they used the bit for more control than they did contact and communication. This is all about communication. It's not about control. So I can already tell you, this horse, when she was young, somebody put a big old bit in her mouth and they grabbed a hold of her just to control her. So a lot of times when we get horses that have got, 5, 6 years, 7 years old, they've been abused and they've been had a lot of human contamination, we'll call it, in their mouth. So this is a very nice way of doing it. You can do a side pull, and it's not like bitless bridles and bitless, that whole big controversy. People don't understand it. This is a schooling tool, and you got to know when to use what tools. This is a tool we're going to use for a short period of time to teach her to lift her back and to find collection and balance without being antagonized in her mouth, because she's really bothered by that. So, the old Spaniards that did this hundreds of years ago, they were pretty smart and they understood what they were doing. And so as our journey in horsemanship, as we advance ourselves, we're trying to learn this more, and we're letting the horses teach us. And what I find so special about all this is the story that Johnny's telling here is a good one. I mean, and it's something I want to share with you all, because I have a saying around here is, let the horses teach you. And this is what we're doing. So with that all said, go to our website, windyhillfarm.net, andyhorseman.com. We're happy to answer any questions. If you want to email us or call us. And I'm Ted, Windy Hill Farm, and I sure hope these videos have been helpful. Thank you.